Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's January. It's that time of the year where everyone is setting New Year's resolutions, goals, intentions. I'm not one to do that. That's just not my thing, but I have been feeling the urge to get my health back on track. I definitely feel the need to do that. I don't feel myself. I don't look like myself. I feel really inflamed. I feel bloated. I've been eating foods that I normally would not eat. These are foods that some people may say, well, that's not that bad for you, but they're not good for me. So I just need to stop that. The program that I follow, this is not sponsored. This is something that I have tried for over a decade and it works and I love it. It is the Fast Metabolism Diet by Haley Pomeroy. She is my nutritionist. And it's time for me to get back on the program. I've really fallen off the wagon. And I miss it. I miss eating healthy. I miss the way that I feel. So it's time to do that. But before I can get onto the program, I like to start it off with a cleanse. And I do that because the program, if I start off the program, sometimes I sabotage myself. But I feel if I started off with the cleanse is for me, it's such a dramatic break. It really forces me to cut whatever I've been doing. And then when I get onto the program's not as stark as being on a cleanse. So then it's like, oh, I get to eat more of the foods that I like to eat. So it's very psychological for me. That's just the way my brain works. And so I want to make sure that I'm successful. So that is going to be a 10-day, and I'll share every single day with you what I go through. I am going to be going through all the things. Trust me, I will. I'll have very good days and I'll have very bad, cranky days, but I will get through it. I know that I will, but I just want to share kind of what I do and what I'm eating. And you're going to see, I eat really good food. The thing that is really hard during the cleanse is when I get to the all shakes day, because it's really hard just to drink shakes. It's not like the shake is terrible. Some people think it is, but it's not. It's just that psychologically, I like to eat good food, and that a shake is not something that I think is very good. So we're going to get ourselves prepared. We're going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to put together my list of all the things that I need. We're going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to get my refrigerator filled with veggies and fruit and protein. And I mean, I'm just going to kick it off. I'm so excited to be able to do this. Today is Saturday, so I thought I would do my grocery shopping and my planning today so that tomorrow I can relax, and then on Monday I can just start and hit the ground running. So let's go shopping. Greetings from day one. It is day one of my cleanse, and this cleanse is not sponsored. I just want to share with you what I go through, how I do it, and what I use, and just my overall thoughts on a cleanse, just in case you were wondering, like, what is it all about? And there are so many different types of cleanses, but the reason that I like the cleanse that I do is because it is not a cleanse that deprives you. It really is about moving toxins and detoxing your body. So you do eat food, you eat solid food, and you have shakes across, I'm doing a 10-day cleanse, and you have 5 meals a day. So it depends. Some of them might be a mix of shakes and solid food, and then eventually you will just have nothing but shakes, and then you start to wind back up where you're having nothing but solid food. So you slowly start to progress. And I like it. The food is good. The recipes are good. You can make some of the recipes, or you can just use the food list and just kind of make whatever you want to make. You do have a prescribed food list, so you have which proteins you can eat, which vegetables you can eat, which fruits, which condiments, which grains and carbs you can have. But what you cannot have on this program is you cannot have alcohol, you cannot have caffeine, not even in tea form, not even in matcha form. You cannot have dairy, you cannot have wheat and sugar. And that's pretty easy for me, except for I don't drink coffee, but I do drink matchas. If you know me, you know that I love my matcha. And matcha is eventually allowed on the program. There's many different programs, and when you get to whatever goal you're trying to get to, then you're able to incorporate it back in, because matcha is really good for you and has a lot of really good properties that are very, very healthy. But for now, I can't have that. So I'm a little worried. I know that I'm going to start to detox, and I've done this several times, and it's interesting to me that sometimes the detox process is pretty subtle. I barely notice it, and that just tells me that overall I was still pretty healthy. And sometimes it's been really painful, and I suspect that this one is going to be painful because I've been having foods that I really should not have been eating, that my body doesn't like. Mentally, love, but my body's like, no. And that's why I'm doing this. So I'm really excited, but I'm really nervous because I feel like I'm going to have a really hard detox. I know that when I get to the other side, I know that I'm going to feel so wonderful and I'm going to be so happy that I did this. But, the first few days, it's a lot of anxiety around it. And of course, nobody wants to not feel good. So that's where I'm at. But I do want to share with you, it's breakfast time, and I do want to share, this is the brand. My nutritionist is Haley Pomeroy. This is not sponsored. I paid for this with my own money. I've been doing this for over 5 years. I've been utilizing her supplements, her different food programs that help with different issues within the body. I mean, food is so powerful, and she is really amazing and incredible. And if you're interested, I'll put some of her books up above. She's amazing, and I really, really like the way she approaches it. It's really about speeding up your metabolism, not through starving. It's really through feeding your metabolism. And in fact, when I'm on to the other programs, after I finish with the cleanse, the thing that's really interesting and hard is that I have to end up eating more food. And believe it or not, it's hard to eat a lot of food regularly every day, until eventually you just get used to it and your metabolism gets so fast that you're actually hungry, at the right time. Like every 2 hours, your body is hungry. I never feel better than when I'm on these programs. So I just need to get back on the bandwagon. But this is the one that I'm using, the Metabolism Shake. And then this is what I'm going to shake it up, but this is what my shake looks like. Is it horrible? No. But is it delicious? No. Some people do things, they add ice to it or they add cinnamon and they say that it makes it taste better. I've just been doing this for so long that I just drink it. And it's fine. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got some stevia in it. So it's fine. I'm going to have that. And then for today, I'm having a shake for breakfast. I'm having 2 solid food snacks, and the snacks must incorporate a vegetable and a fruit. And then for lunch, I'm having another shake, and then dinner will be, I can't remember, but I'll put that up. I just haven't thought about it, but it is definitely a protein, it's a grain, and a vegetable. Yes. So I'll share that more when I move into dinner, but I'm not going to share the rest of the day until I get to dinner time, because it's going to be really repetitive. It's dinner time now. It is about 5:10. I'm about to make dinner, and I am not feeling so great right now. This is what I was afraid of. This is like the mountain you climb before you come up the other side. I have headache, and I think that's like the matcha withdrawal, the caffeine. It's pretty intense right now. My body doesn't so much hurt, but my bowel movement has not been the best. I know it's TMI, but I just really want to be honest and give you like perspective of what you go through. Can I function? Yes. Do I feel like crawling into bed? No, not really. I'm sure I'd be comfortable laying down, but I'm just not. I can start to feel a little bit in my joints, which is to be expected. I just didn't expect it to be this quick. But, well, I did and I didn't. I was hoping that it wouldn't be, but it just tells me like how far I've strayed. But the good news is that I am showing up for myself and I'm taking care of myself. So I'm going to make some chili beans tonight. So I need to have a protein, a vegetable, and a grain, a complex carbohydrate. And it's a pretty quick meal. But yeah, I'm, you know, whether, if you were to ask me, am I hungry? I'm not hungry. I think mentally I want to eat something really delicious, you know? That's really what it comes down to. But no, I'm not hungry. I've had plenty of shakes. I've had my little salad with my cherries in it. So I'm not hungry at all. But anyhow, I'm gonna start rambling and I'm gonna get this dinner going. Okay, it looks so good. I made 2 plates, one for my husband that has avocado. I'm not allowed at this point in my plan to have this, to have healthy fats. That comes later on in my cleanse, but I'm having just the plain beans. And so, like I said, this is my kitchen, what do they call it? Your kitchen sink. It's everything in the kitchen sink meal. It's a chili bean base, but I love to add vegetables to it. You can never have enough vegetables. Let's have a taste. Smells good. That is delicious. That's what I'm saying. It's like you would eat this regardless if you were cleansing or not. And that's what I love about this program. It's just, you're not starving, you're not drinking, you know, cayenne pepper with lemon water. It's really about feeding your body and really just soothing your hormones and your metabolism, and the food is delicious. So this is going to be my dinner, and if I get hungry I can have vegetables, or worst case I could have another shake, but I will not be hungry because I'll be up for another, I don't know, another 3 or 4 hours. Excuse me. I'll be up for another 3 or 4 hours, so this is going to be totally enough. But it's delicious. It's delicious. So let me go ahead and serve my husband his dish. I'm sure he's waiting very patiently. And then I'm going to go enjoy this. And so I will check in with you tomorrow on day 2. So overall, started off okay, but not feeling so great. And so I know the worst is yet to come, but you know, after 2 or 3 days of that, I'm going to be fine. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. All right, here you go. This is my day 2 afternoon snack. I'm not really hungry. I get to a point sometimes where I just don't feel like eating. And I'm kind of feeling like that right now, but I know that I need to eat to rev up my metabolism and to keep myself regular. So this is just really simple. It's about 2 cups of a spring mix with radicchio, and then I added, I've been craving red cabbage, I don't know why. I added some red cabbage that I had chopped up in the refrigerator, and then the fruit that I need to have, I decided to have apples. So I just chopped up some apple, and then I added some white balsamic. It's like an elderberry white balsamic vinegar, which is pretty yummy. So I'm gonna have this snack, and then really what I'm looking forward to is my dinner. I'm gonna have salmon tonight. So I have some work I need to get done, so I'll check in at dinner time. All right, so I got this delicious piece of salmon, and then these are just sweet potato fries that I put a bunch of seasoning on there, but the paprika is what makes it taste kind of smoky, and then the broccolini, and I've got this really nice, it's that French sea salt, but it has a little garlic flecks in it, so it's really, really nice. So we're gonna try it. Let's see. I mean, I know it's gonna be good, so. But this is just to show you that you're not deprived, you know, you're eating food. That's good. It's been a really good day. It's amazing, but yesterday was my worst day, and typically that doesn't happen. It actually happens over the course of like 3 days. So I'm kind of shocked. But the one thing I know that I wasn't doing was I wasn't eating a lot of sugar, and I think that's the thing that really helped me. I was just eating things that I normally don't eat. So my detox was one day, and it was really hard. I went to bed really early last night, and my husband says that I was out really hard, like really sleeping hard. I woke up this morning and I still had a faint little bit of a headache, but not as much as I had yesterday, and now I don't have anything. I don't feel like, I know how you feel when you get to a point where like your body is just like, I don't know, it's so happy, but I'm not at that point yet, but I don't feel bad. So that's a good thing. And I haven't sabotaged myself. I've been keeping to my plan. So I feel really good about that. Looking forward to keep on going. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. It is day 4, and today is an office day, and so that means that I am driving into the office, but I'm also cleansing while in the office, and you might wonder how difficult that is, and actually it's not difficult. Today I'm not feeling great, but I'm not feeling bad at all. I still have a very, very slight headache, but that's to be expected. I'm just really shocked that my detox has not been worse. I mean, I'm really shocked, but I think it's because I didn't eat a lot of sugar, and I think that's what really saved me. I've got a lot of things to do today, and I have a meeting in about 2 hours, so I really need to get moving. So I'm going to get dressed, and then I'm going to go prepare my food for today. All right, I'm ready to head out to the office. Got my supplies packed. It's all ready to go. I've got to have my breakfast shake this morning, and then I'm going to have my supplements. I've got them on top of my water bottle, but first I like to drink water. All right, down the hatch. it's lunchtime. I am running late. I just got back from a nice walk, but I am headed off to another meeting, so I really need to chug this down and go. So I'll catch you later. Hi everyone, it is check-in time for me. It is an all shake day, meaning today is the start of me drinking all shakes. And you know, psychologically, this has been really difficult for me in the past. The first day is the hurdle, really it is. But after that, it just gets easier. So I was gonna go over with you the pros and the cons. So the pros are that I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I don't have to think about what I'm eating. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of work in the kitchen, like dishes and stuff, because I'm not really cooking anything. I do cook for my husband. I cook batch meals, like I'll make a bunch of chili and grilled chicken, and then he can sort of fend for himself. But definitely a pro. I really enjoy that. The other one is more around vanity, right? I mean, I still feel, I can see that I'm a little inflamed, but that inflammation is going down. My skin is feeling really glowy. My energy levels are very, very high. I'm sleeping incredibly well. I don't even wake up at night. I mean, I sleep so soundly and I'm feeling really, really good. So ultimately that's the objective, right? Is to feel fantastic. And I'm feeling really good. I don't have headaches anymore. I don't have body aches. Now the cons. The obvious con is that I don't get to eat solid food, and emotionally, I'm not starving and I won't be starving at all. But emotionally, the idea of sharing a meal with your loved ones, I love to cook, so preparing a meal and just the joy of eating something delicious, that's gone. So that's kind of hard. The other one is that there's a point where, like for me, I'll get like really bad breath because my body is really working hard to detox, and I have regular bowel movements. I just want to keep it real so that you know, like, wow, what really happens when you do this. But, you know, you're really getting rid of a lot of toxic things in your body. You're detoxing. So, you know, there's definitely that piece of it that is, can be challenging. And then the other one is the potential for self-sabotage, because I've done this in my past. I've done this cleanse so many times, and there are times where I can justify in my mind why I should stop. And hopefully I don't do that. I don't think that I will, but I just want to keep it real, and I don't want to appear as someone who's got the strongest willpower and that it's just, you know, I will persevere, because I'm a human being. So I would say those really are the cons. But in terms of how I'm feeling really fantastic. I don't have the headaches. I don't have the body aches like I just mentioned. I'm just feeling really, really, really good. And so I'm really excited to get this out of the way. It's like, essentially, once I get to lunch, honestly, I kind of feel like, okay, I've got two more meals to go and I'm done, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and and I tend to go to bed earlier. You know, like I don't want to stay awake for very long. I just want to get it over with. Anyway, I probably won't check in until my final shake day. Maybe I'll check in the evening and tell you how it all went. And I feel like once I get there, it's going to be all downhill. So I'll see you then. Hello, good morning. I still have a little frog in my throat. I just woke up. I'm really groggy, but I'm feeling really, really good. Today is day 8, and I'm excited. I've only got 3 more days left, and I didn't realize yesterday, I didn't realize this until dinner time, that yesterday was my last shake day. I didn't film it just because the days are more or less the same. I don't know why I thought I had one more day of all shakes, and then it occurred to me as I'm drinking my last shake last night that I was done. So, you know, normally I'm really excited for my solid meal day, but today this was relatively fine. The 3 days on the shakes, I always dread it, but you know, when I come onto the other side, it's not a big deal at all. And in fact, on the 6th day, I found it hard to drink my 5th shake. And just to say that, you really don't starve on this. This is not about depriving and starving yourself. Of course, you're having these shakes and it's not ideal, but it's not bad. So how am I feeling? You can't see it now because I just woke up, but my skin is definitely a lot more glowy. My bowel movements have straightened up. I know this is TMI, but I'm just trying to share with you what your body goes through. But I have healthier bowel movements. I'm not detoxing as much anymore. My bad breath is really subsiding, and my energy levels are through the roof. I mean, I feel fantastic. I'm sleeping. I've always slept pretty well, but I'm sleeping exceptionally well. What else can I tell you? I mean, I think those are the main things. So, and I'm really proud of myself for really, sticking it out. I have my breakfast. I have my shake here. And I made myself some detox tea. This is a liver detox. This is traditional medicinals, not sponsored. But this is just a tea that I drink regularly just because when you're detoxing, your liver is working really, really hard to help your body through it. And your liver works hard in general on a daily basis. So it's really good to soothe it and to support it. So I like to drink this. I used to drink it when I first started on this program many years ago, but I find that it's a really great tea to have all the time. So I am having that this morning. And then of course I gotta have my water, but I also have my supplements. I take 11 supplements in the morning, and I'll chug those down, and then I gotta jump in the shower, and I gotta get dressed, and I gotta head into the office. So I will check in with you later tonight. Checking in. It is my first solid meal in 3 days, and so I talked to you this morning. I went into the office. I was supposed to come home early, but my husband always teases me. He's like, that's not going to happen, and it didn't. I ended up staying the full day, and I just got home, and I thought I would just throw this together. I'm gonna enjoy this meal, and yeah, it's all downhill from here. All downhill. And I'm feeling fantastic. That's really good. I'm gonna have dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening. Hi everyone, checking in on day 9. It is day 9, and today is, I'm feeling great. I feel really, really good. And I think the really coolest thing about when you start to cleanse is that when you enter it, or at least for me, there's a lot of anxiety around maybe activities that I can't do because it involves foods or people and going out and things that I can't have. And so there's just a lot of anxiety around that. And then just in general, if I'm being honest, the anxiety around not being able to eat the things that I was having, And I know that sounds really weird, but it's like, for example, I love to drink matchas, but I can't have matchas while I'm on this program. And even when I transition off my cleanse, when I get onto my regular diet program from my nutritionist, it's still not allowed because it still has caffeine, which is a metabolic disruptor. So I start to have anxiety around these things, like thinking like, oh, it's like a security blanket. I love it. I want it, like anything. But the funny thing about once you're on the cleanse, and especially once you're on the other side after having had 3 days of just drinking shakes, you don't even miss it. Like, I don't miss it anymore. And like, honestly, I could have it anytime I mean, nothing is going to stop me. But what I'm really excited for is the next step. After I finish this cleanse, I'm jumping on to a hormone balancing program. And so I'm already mentally there. Like, okay, what do I have to do? You know, how do I prepare my grocery list and stuff like that? So I will, maybe I'll check in for dinner. I'm not really sure. But otherwise, all this to say that I'm feeling really, really great. I was sitting here and I was reflecting on the day, and I wanted to kind of talk you through some questions that you might be thinking, or just to understand like what's next for me and what I'm doing. I think I've been saying this every single day that I feel fantastic. My energy levels, as you can see, are through the roof. I am just feeling great. For vanity purposes, I feel like my skin is really glowy. My energy levels are great, like I said. I sleep really well. I just feel my brain feels, my mind is just so clear, and I love that. I've been sleeping exceptionally well. I sleep really well to begin with, but like this is even like on a whole nother level. So I'm feeling really, really good. Now, you may wonder, you know, she's never really talked about weight, and I do that on purpose. I do that, one, because I think it's a triggering conversation for many, and it's really subjective. So I really steer away from discussions around weight, because honestly, my whole point, I have a lot of health goals that I've set for myself, but the main goal with this cleanse will always be that it really gets me to a place that I need to be health-wise, and it is really effective, and it makes me feel really, really good. And I, of course, always want to detox my body when I start to accumulate things in it that don't belong. So that's why I really just focus on the cleanse, and I don't talk about weight or how much weight I lost, because it's not really relevant to the objective that I have for this cleanse. So I also wanted to chat about sort of like the pros and cons, because there are pros and cons to doing a cleanse. I don't believe in cleanses where you are not eating some kind of solid foods in addition to any kind of supplement. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in starving yourself, and it has been proven that it's not good for you. So you know, if you know, you feel like that's the way to go, then all I can say is more power to you. Everyone makes choices and everyone does things their own way, but I personally don't believe in it. And food is so extremely powerful. It is powerful, and it affects you in so many ways, really great ways if used really effectively. Okay, I wanted to talk about the pros and the cons, because there are definitely pros and cons. So the first one for me is an obvious one, and I've been spending some time kind of thinking it through. It breaks habits. It breaks bad habits that have accumulated within me. And I'm not going to go into them because it's not really relevant. It just breaks bad habits. Number two, it detoxes your body. It gets rid of things that don't belong in your body, or that are not making you feel your best. I mean, that is obviously the best thing about it. It really affects your energy levels, your sleep, your overall skin, your hair, everything. It's so good for you. And the other one that is almost unexpected is that it really cuts down the amount of cooking that you're doing, the amount of grocery shopping that you're doing, the amount of time you spend in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning. It eliminates a lot of that. And I have found that when I get into a really busy time and I'm feeling really stressed and I'm not feeling so great, a cleanse is perfect, because it really just, it's simple, right? Because you know exactly what you're going to be doing, and most of the days you're having a shake. How easy is that? Now, there are some cons. I think the first, number one thing is change. It is so hard to pull yourself away from the habits that you've established, unhealthy habits, because they feel good, right? We want to eat the things that we want to eat. We want to do the things that we've been doing, but they don't serve us. They're not good for us. But it's hard. It's emotionally hard to break that, because you'll make excuses. I do. Oh, it's not a good time. Oh, I shouldn't do that right now because I'll say this, like, I'm really starting to work out, so I really need to eat. And then I have to check myself, right? So there's that. Change is hard. 2, it's physically painful. Your body is going to go through it. I went through it immediately, like on the first day, which has never ever happened to me, which just tells me what a bad state I was in, right? So, it doesn't feel good at all. You kind of feel like you have the flu, but for me, it lasted a day, and then it sort of diminished over time, over like the course of 3 days, and it really dramatically decreased. Like the second day was dramatic, and then by the third day it was very, very faint. So nobody likes to feel bad in their body. That's just not a good feeling. And then the third one I would say is a con, but it's really a pro, is the investment. These shakes are not necessarily cheap, and I don't take for granted that I'm fortunate to be able to do this. Now, are they hundreds of dollars? No, they're not. But I also don't make assumptions about what I can do and what others can do, because I've been in that position and it doesn't feel good. But it is an investment, and it's not like it's cheap. But I will say this, I will easily spend $200, if not more than that, on a dinner or an event, an outing where food is involved, and I will not think twice about doing so, and it doesn't serve me. So why, when I go to the website to make this purchase, do I like get sticker shock and I'm like, oh, I don't know, that seems like a lot of money. And then I have to check myself to say, Elvia, you have spent more money on one night's meal, a dinner, than what you're spending at this very moment. So, it's a pro and it's a con, but we all have to make choices in our lives. And, I made the choice to invest in myself, and that's what I did. So that's all that I have to say. But I do want to say that in case you're wondering, like, what are your next steps, Elvia? Like, what are you going to do next? So it's not over for me. The first step for me is always this cleanse. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I was spending time kind of organizing my shopping list, and then going through this next book that I'm going, or this next nutrition plan that I'm going to jump on, and I'll put it up above here, but it's a hormone balancing program by my same nutritionist, Haley Pomeroy, and I've done this several times, and this one is really, really good. So the difference here now is that there's a lot of prep involved, a lot of things that I need to cook. So it's challenging, but it makes my hormones feel so, so good, and it really sets the tone for the next thing that I'm going to do. So I'm a big believer in it. So it's the hormone balance, and so I've just kind of been scrolling through some of these recipes and kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to be having. But that's what I've been doing. I've just been really reflecting on my time during these 10 days, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below, and I will answer any questions that you have. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next health journey.